Hey Peter, how you doing?
Hey Doug, how's it going?
I'm all right. It's good to see you.
Glad you came over today.
Not bad at all.
So what is he wanted to talk about today?
Well, I just want to tell you a little bit about Elan. You know, we've been talking about it and stuff like that, and I just wanted to actually pretty much my own view of Elan. You know, it's on the website, and a lot of people there are doing things for abusive kids. They're letting people be aware that there's a lot of abusive kids and a lot of programs out there that are being abused for no reason. And they're there for maybe petty crimes, or the parents or whatever don't want them. And they're there, and these people think they're above the law. They can do whatever they want to them, and that's wrong. And which brings me to Elan, because that's the program I was in. I went there when I was 12. I was in 2 reform schools and got kicked out of both of them before I got to Elan.
Yeah, you hardcore.
You know, well, it's not necessarily hardcore, but why I went to Elan was because, like I said, I got kicked out of 2 reform schools, and the last one, bunch of kids there, you know, they decided they want to rape me, they want to do whatever they want to do to me, stomp me, do whatever they want because I was little.
Oh, didn't you have anybody to turn to outside of the school? Like,
well, I told the staff about it a couple of times, and the staff was like, yeah, whatever, you know. I had no parents. My parents didn't want me. My father was killed by the police. My mom, you know, just abused me, tied me up and just, you know, tied me up to radiators, stomped me, beat the shit out of me because that's what she wanted to do. So, you know, there was no one for me to turn to. So, anyway, so I took matters in my own hand. I got them all. You know, I just lit it up. Boom. So do I regret it 50 years, 30, 40 years later? Nah. Hell no. I do it again. Yeah. You're not gonna, you know, you're not gonna hurt me and think that it's okay. No, you're not gonna do it.
You feel like cornered, like
I was in a corner. If I didn't, they would have kept on doing whatever they want, and it was getting worse. It was getting out of hand. It was getting out of control because there was no one stopping them.
Yeah.
So I was already mean. I was already bad. So they forced a hand that I was already accustomed to dealing with. I was already accustomed to violence. I was already accustomed to harm, to pain, to anger. So when this happened to me, was trying to happen to me, was happening to me, it didn't matter. It was the
same.
Yeah, you know, exactly. One more incident, didn't matter. Anyways, I wound up going to Maine. I went up there. I was just about 12 years old, and it was in the wintertime. I went to Sebago, and this was in 1972. Well, at that time, there was the main people that were there at the time were drug addicts. They were there, and they were. I'm 12, so the average age I'm gonna assume was around 17.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just gonna assume. You know, and there was some even older than that, but the object at that time was they had a lot of groups where people would talk about why they were shooting drugs, why they were doing what they did, because that's what they were there for. At that particular time, that was the thing. That was what was going on. A lot of them were from Boston. A lot of them were from somewhere in that, or they had some that were from Rhode Island, but I knew a lot of them were from Boston and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So, anyway, so Sebago, like I said, we didn't last long there. Everything changed when Bert Tokowitz burned the house down. He just burned it down. So what they did with us, they brought us over to Waterford, which was only down the road, but they brought us over there, and for the next few years, that's where I stayed at. And over there, we had David Eldred. He was our director there, and we were crowded. And but the thing was that there, a little bit of everything went. They were throwing sauce on people. people were in the boxing ring. They were sauce. Well, sauce was what they call. They take a garbage can, take all the leftover food, all the garbage, and dump it on a person because they didn't feel like they acted right. They would have these GMs. You would stand up against a wall, and everyone would charge you. And